Taking a final look back at the large shanty town in front of you, you double back and peek around the corner of the alleyway the woman is walking through. Being careful to not draw her attention, you wait until she's well far along before following behind. You twist and turn through the dirt and stone-cobbled streets of Bourne, following the woman's twists and turns until you see her go down a small path cut into the side of a wall of flora. A large sheet of grass, bushes and trees stand tall, and in the middle, a slim path cut through just large enough for one person to walk through. You wait a few seconds and follow her down the path, doing your best not to make noise. This seems an odd pathway, probably intended to deter visitors. You think to yourself, wondering how your uninvited presence will be taken at a coven's home. Snap! You hear a branch crack under your foot. Wrapped up in your thoughts, you had not paid attention to the trail and had placed your foot on a small twig that broke under your foot's pressure. You stop in your tracks, hoping that the young woman, however far ahead, had not heard the stick breaking. You hear nothing. After a few moments, you feel it may be safe to go forwards. You quietly step 1 foot at a time and peek over a bend in the path to see if you can see the young woman. You see no one. With that, you take a few more steps forward before the young woman you had been following appears in front of you and pushes you backwards into the muck of the muddy pathway standing above you. Surely you should have seen her. There was no one on the path. It was as if she had appeared from thin air. Nothing of interest awaits you down this path, stranger. Turn back and go about your way, the young woman says, calm and confidence in her voice. I'm sorry, I am in search of the Isengrim Coven. Sister Emma told me that Mistress Lorraine could help me regain my memory. You blurt out, trying to explain your predicament. The woman looks at you with a new expression. You met Sister Emma? Where? She asks, offering her hand to help you from the swampy path. Though she is still very much on her guard, the familiar name of Sister Emma seems to have built some small amount of trust. In the ruins of an old fortress, she said she was there to dispel a curse. I have had my memory meddled with, and she told me that Mistress Lorraine could help me get it back. You reply, getting back to your feet. Yes, well, Sister Emma needs to learn to hold her tongue. She still seems to misunderstand that we are not a place of refuge for any wanderer she may find while on her errands. You aren't the only one she had led to find us. You are the only one to have made it this far. You feel a little worried at these words. What happened to these other people led on a quest to find the Isengrim Coven by the young Sister Emma. The young woman continues to walk forward and beckons you to follow. I suppose you have forgotten your name then? The woman asks. Yes, it seems I've lost all personal memories, you answer. That is a tricky bit of magic to mess with. Removing a person's memory comes from the human manipulation branch of magic too. Hard stuff to master if you're lucky enough to be born with it, the woman says, looking down the path. Melanie, the woman says, gesturing that Melanie is her name. You continue down the path until it leads to a large clearing. In the middle of the clearing is a pond that Melanie continues to walk towards. You follow close behind. As you peer into the pond, you notice sticks. Many sticks that litter the bottom of the small pond. As Melanie approaches the pond, she places her hand on the water's surface and the sticks move. They swirl and rise into the air as one large combined force, a colossus of water and branches come together to form something, though it takes you a few moments to notice what. A large creature-like figure, now made from the sticks, leans down to inspect Melanie and yourself. The large figure speaks. Sister Melanie, friends are not often allowed within the doors of the coven. You should know this, Melanie replies. It's okay, Mamolta, I offer them my blessing to enter the coven. You realize what this being is, an Aghar! It must be. You feel excitement and a small amount of worry wash over you. Though Paul read a story of the Aghar to you, doubt still filled your mind. The large figure, named Mamolta, leans over you, pond water dripping onto you from the damp sticks. You must leave your weapons with me. Yes, throw your weapons in the pond and I shall allow you in. I will return them if you leave. You look to Melanie and she shrugs. What will you do? Throw your weapons into the pond to enter the coven? Or refuse the Aghar Mamolta's wishes? The choice is up to you. Leave your choice in the comments of this episode or on the YouTube short that releases tomorrow. As always, newcomers are more than welcome to leave their choice in the comments as well.